What's up, guys? Welcome to the POS Podcast. Today, we have a special guest with us, the Gamingdad. And of course,
What up?
and of course, we have our two regular hosts, me, Josh, and Brian. So today we're just going to be having a regular conversation. We're going to be talking with the Gamingdad for a little bit, interviewing him a little bit so that we get to know him. And then we're just going to be branching off to a regular tech conversation. So let's start off with Brian. I understand he has some questions over there.
Yes, sir. You know I got him on deck. So, by the way, his name is ThatGamingDad.
Yeah, ThatGamingDad.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Not a problem. We're gonna have all his socials and everything plugged in down below. But first, I'm gonna open it up to you, Gamingdad. Let you kind of do your plugs. Drop in.
All right, cool. I appreciate it.
Shout out your people.
Well, my name is ThatGamingDad. I'm part of the GA Alteration team. I stream on YouTube. You can follow me on Twitch, but you ain't gonna find me on Twitch. I stream on YouTube, post YouTube videos. All my YouTube videos are based on like streaming tips, streaming websites, apps, programs that can help you out. And I also got my own podcast where we got an episode dropping pretty soon.
Yes,
so you can find me pretty much everywhere at ThatGamingDad25, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all that.
Yeah, perfect.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
please drop him a follow.
Channel to watch.
Yeah,
yes,
he's extremely
100%.
Entertaining. He's really freaking funny.
Yes.
Please drop this man a follow.
I appreciate that.
Check him out.
The fact that like our paths hadn't crossed already and we haven't already been doing this for
because when Shake put me on you, I was like, man, like the way she was describing it, I didn't go check out any clips or anything, just heard the description. I was like, man, I got to get in there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, we knew pretty much right away. We were like, yeah, we got to have him on our podcast, get him on the channel more often. So that begins now.
Yes, sir.
So I guess one of the key things that we got to get out of the way, because you make a bunch of content. Like you said, you got some of the gaming, you got some of the tips. What was your initial beginning like? Did you plan on doing this? Is it something you've been wanting to do for a little while? How did it all kind of unfold for you?
This is gonna go way back to before some of these viewers probably were out of the diapers. Madden 13. So what was that, like 9 years ago?
Yeah, 9 years ago.
That was my first game. I mean, there was a lot of games I played a lot, but that was the first game I played competitively. Like I was really good at that game. And I followed this YouTuber named iMaverick. Super entertaining. At the same time, he was good at the game. And like it was like I was like, man, that's dope to watch. So I set up my girlfriend's iPad and tried to make my first video. And I was like, yeah, this was trash. Okay. So I was like, back to the drawing board. So, I went and bought some equipment, bought a laptop, bought an Elgato capture card, and I started doing gameplays and then, doing tournaments and stuff like that. And originally it was just a pure gameplay channel.
Yeah.
And then, from there, I just started to venture into other things as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
So what made you decide to go from just like making the videos to like hitting the live button? What triggered that? What made it, evolve?
So I got onto Twitter, and you know how you just like sometimes you go through those recommended followers and then you like one thing less to another. You're like, oh, he seems like a cool guy. I started following a bunch. I went from following just like people that play Madden to a bunch of Twitch streamers.
Yeah.
So I would just see them going live. I check out a couple of their lives. And I was like, man, like this seems like so much chiller than actually making the YouTube video. Because you can still bring the same energy, you can still be yourself, but you don't gotta spend hours editing and you just kind of vibe with people. So then that's when I eventually started picking their brains a little bit, like how do I do this, how do I do that? And I ended up on Twitch.
Yeah.
Hey, that's cool.
I'm the same way. Like I feel like doing videos, like Josh is more on the video side, I'm more like on the going live side. I feel you on that, right? Like I could put in 4 hours if you tell me to edit a video. It's still gonna be elementary level, but like I can go live on Twitch for 4 hours and I've got 4 hours like ready to go content. Like,
but I will say though, creating a YouTube video is so much more satisfying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like by the time
100%.
I'm done, I will watch it back like 5 straight times, trying to pick it apart. And when I'm finally satisfied with it, I'm like, yep, this is gonna be a banger.
Yeah.
Whereas when I stream, I'm just ready to go have fun, enjoy the air, enjoy the vibes. And, I don't really have too high expectations. It's more just to have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
100%.
Yeah, I feel the same exact way. I love creating YouTube videos because it's really satisfying just creating that content and creating. It's kind of like creating a movie, even though it's not the same length or probably the same production as a movie. But it's basically creating a movie and creating it in your own little timeline. The pictures you want to use, the videos you want to use. If you're filming gameplay, the gameplay you want to use. And it's really cool just to like edit that stuff in and kind of direct it, you know? Because at least for me, right? I make a lot of anime manga content. So when I'm talking about a specific series, I'll bring up a specific character and I'll put a picture of him on the screen, but I have to do it like nice. You have to make the transition nice, and it takes me like hours to edit. And I definitely feel you on the whole like 4 hours to edit. It takes so long to make a good video. Like if it's not taking you a long time to edit, most likely you aren't making the best videos. I'm not I'm not trying to roast.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to roast
it together. You gotta have a vision, you know.
You gotta have a vision. Like, I'm not trying to roast anybody, you know, unless you're making like just like a gameplay type video, I guess. But like if you're making like an informational or just an anime or something like that, a niche type video, and you're not putting a lot of time into making that video, most likely it's not the best video, you know. For me, if you look at my early videos, they were trash. You know, they were. Well,
everybody could say that, you know.
But I'm serious, bro. Like they were awful. I look back and I'm like, oh my gosh. Like one of them had like 300 views. I was like, how did 300 people actually watch this and think, yo, this is a good video?
Well, I used to literally get the gameplay. What's the editing software that comes straight on Windows? What is it?
Video editor.
Video editor.
Just normal video editor.
I think it's just called video.
So
editor.
I used that, and I literally all I did was cut. And that's it. Like I would cut things out. No webcam. My audio sounded terrible. And the cuts weren't even smooth. Like there was no transitions. Like it would just go from like one play, then there'd be like a gap where things were boring. So I would just cut that out. And it would just go straight to the next thing. There was like no cuts or anything.
But bro,
you gotta start there. That's where you gotta start, you know. And then you can start like putting a little flavor on it, you know.
Yeah. I had to learn about transitions though, because like with transitions, they're kind of a tricky thing because there's some transitions that look so lame if you do it in a certain way, right? If I don't know if like you guys feel this, but there's some like let's say like the sliding transition. If it's too slow, it looks bad. If it's like in the wrong type of like area, it looks bad. It has to be perfectly used to actually look like a good transition, you know? Same thing with like dissolve and other stuff. But so if you just put in random transitions like slide, push, dissolve, morph, and you think, oh, I have all these transitions, they look cool. If you don't actually look at the context and how it's being used, like let's say if it's an abrupt screen, like an abrupt screen change, right? Then you know, like you have a slide or something like that. That looks better, but you can't just randomly place it in there because it might look bad, you know? I had to understand that.
Yeah, especially some of those dissolve ones that kind of take a while.
Bro.
So then if you only have like half a second where there's nothing happening in the next clip, then like, you know, there's 3 or 4 seconds of the clip that they didn't even get to see because the dissolve was taking too long.
Like you gotta get it just right. That's why like it takes you so long to edit because you just want it to be so smooth that like for me editing videos and doing transitions and putting pictures and stuff, when I watch other YouTube's videos, I'm like, yo, they did that so freaking nice. I used to never think about that. I used to never think about how the YouTuber transition and stuff like that. But when I watch it now, I'm like, yo, I like how they edited this, you know? So
it's like you change from like a viewer to a student.
Yeah.
I just don't have that patience.
I'm more like that on Twitch now because I'm far from an expert at editing, but I'm a complete noob on Twitch production. Right? I could talk my head off, I could do all that, but when I see a Twitch streamer like, you know, finding different ways to interact with the chat, I'm like, oh, that was dope. Right? Or like, you know, stuff like that, or different production things where they can actually have their sound effects actually match up with what they're doing. I have the worst timing. Like it'll pop in my head like, oh, that's a cool sound effect. And by the time I click it on my stream deck, it's like 10 seconds late. So I notice the small stuff like that. And I'm like, so as a noob with Twitch stuff, I appreciate that stuff more.
Definitely.
I feel
there's definitely tiers to it. Like I know kind of where I sit like tier list as far as production wise, and then like people that are like up here, and people that are like lower. Of course the goal is definitely to go up, but it's even that by itself is like an art form. Like I'll be in streams, I'm like, yo, the stream is crazy. And like it's the visuals and the audio. It may not be the gameplay, it may not be exactly what they're saying, but there's ways that you can create content where people are like, okay, I gotta come back because like this is, you know, perfect. That's definitely the goal to get there. Speaking of that, because I know you said you did sports gameplay, and then you moved on to live streaming. What made you decide to kind of spend some more time giving more advice and like showing off the apps and things that make people better? Because that's an unselfish thing to do, and not everybody does that or gives back in that way. So, what kind of prompted you to go ahead and do that?
Well, it was two things.
Mhm.
One, I wasn't having as much fun playing games, right?
Okay.
The games I did have fun didn't necessarily make good content, right? So, and I just thought to myself, I was like, what else could I do to create content? And one thing about me is like, I'm not gonna say I'm a perfectionist, but I do a lot of research, right? So if something comes into my head, if I want to know how to do that, I will search through YouTube, Google, Bing until I find it. Like I will search all over the web. So I was looking at my phone, and at first started with just like phone stuff. And I was like, oh, I got app that automatically clips your stream. I got an app that I use to make my emotes. I got an app that I use to use my profile pictures and my banners. I got an app to, and I was like, I mean, people could probably they eat that shit up, right? Like they probably love that. Then I started like finding stuff on the computer, different programs on the computer to make, just content easier. So I was like, that's something, that I do for myself. So I already have the knowledge, of it. So why not put it out there for people that, it'll just pop up on their screen and make it easier for them.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I know like I've helped people with doing stuff like one-on-one, but I've never thought like, yo, what if I just show everybody how to do this,
Yeah.
Because with all kind of content creating, you start somewhere. And if you don't have people there to help you, like you got to struggle through figuring it out yourself. But you're making it easy for other people to figure out how to do it, which is like 10 out of 10.
And the dopest comment I ever get, which I think I've got this comment 3 times. I get some comments that said like, oh, I appreciate the video, good job, stuff like that. Like we said, like, people a lot of times watch a video, they don't like it, they don't comment, they just keep it moving.
Yeah.
But my favorite one that I get is, this is the exact video I was looking for.
Yeah.
And that's I'm like, because when I was looking for it, I had to search through Google, search through Bing, search through Yahoo. It wasn't on YouTube. So I put it right there in front of them. And then so I've got that like 3 times where they said, this is the exact video I was searching for.
Right.
Yeah. That must feel good too.
That's gotta be it. Yeah, I was gonna say it's gotta be like mad satisfying.
Yeah, like I was like, even if it's just one person, because I know there's more. So, because like I said, some people just don't comment. But even if it's just that one person was looking for that, it's like, cool, my job's done.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So with you having like that kind of variety, like you got the gameplay, you go live, and then you do all the like content advice. Like, what's the ultimate goal you would say, or your vision for the channel? What do you want like people to see it as? If I had to describe it in like 100 words or less, like how would you want me to be able to go, this is what his channel is all about?
I would want it to be, if you're a up and coming streamer, whether it's on Twitch or YouTube, and you know bare minimum like how to work OBS and go live, you should go check out his channel. You can find at least 3 or 4 different things that work for you that can upgrade your stream.
Okay. Yeah, I dig that. I feel like I was on your channel the other day, and I think you were playing like something retro. What was it? Let me find it. Like it was like
it was the fight night one. The fight night one.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yo, yeah.
Because you commented on it. Yeah.
Yeah, that hit me because like that was like my first kind of like boxing or like UFC or any kind of like combat sports game, and like the movement took me back where I was like, yo, I want to do that. And speaking of, like, I was just playing this guy Josh at UFC last night, and it feels good, but there was nothing like those boxing games where you only have your hands, And
I was having so much fun with that game. I got almost all the way through it, but I'm playing on the emulator, and I got to one fight where it just kept freezing up. So, but I'm having so much fun with it. Like, and that's the thing I could tell. Like when I was making my clips and everything, I was like, this is genuine fun.
Yeah.
Like I'm not faking energy. Like when I play Warzone, like I have fun, but I can't lie, I have to fake the energy a little bit.
Yeah.
I was like, I put like a couple minutes to my side. Okay, this is gonna be where I'm gonna get my clips out of.
Yeah. Whereas you gotta sell it like Hogan versus Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, exactly. I was legit just like playing the game, having tons of fun. and I was like, this is what it's about.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna dwell on this game for a little bit because this was my game, right? I used to love fighting.
All right.
What weight class did you used to play in, and did you have a favorite boxer around that time when you would have been playing it as a kid?
Heavyweight all day.
Heavyweight. Okay, I feel that.
And I was always I was a little bit younger. Like now I probably challenge myself a little bit more.
Mhm.
But I was Muhammad Ali every fight.
Oh, of course, you got to be.
Yeah. But but now it's probably that's probably one of those. It's Muhammad Ali and Tyson are those two. Like nobody picked Ali or Tyson, so I'd probably challenge myself a little bit more. Maybe I'd rock with Evander Holyfield. He got a lot of power behind his punch.
Right.
Or if I move a couple of classes down, Roy Jones Jr. is a goon.
Mm-hmm. He just fought Mike Tyson. What was it, like last year or the year before last?
Yep. And it was a little exhibition though.
Yeah.
Because Roy Jones Jr. still fights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's been active for like a long time. I think Bernard Hopkins just like finally retired. That man was fighting at like 50 years old too, man.
Yeah, that shit's ridiculous.
Wild. Yeah, like and still get wins. Like he wasn't getting dusted every time.
That's CTE waiting to happen. Like getting punched in your head for 30 years, like.
I'm not drink, bro. Oh my God. Yeah, bro. When he gets out of it and his brain stops,
done.
Yeah, man. In the most respectful way, man. He's probably got like 10 years left after that. Oh man. My God. 10 years of consciousness and then he's done.
Done.
So you obviously like games and stuff like that, and I can tell you're a big fan of sports game. So how do you feel about the direction that gaming is going in right now? I feel like, at least personally, it's heading towards a more battle royale, multiplayer, free to play type space, and it's mostly shooter type games. Like, how do you feel about that? I feel like the sports games genre is kind of dying off a little bit.
To keep it a buck with you, I buy every sports game every year, and I probably play each one for maybe 2 weeks.
Okay, that's me. That's
just because I used to love Madden 12, Madden 13. Those were when like the Ultimate Team thing started. So it was before it was really pay to play, right? At that point, you could put money in if you want to, wasn't necessary. And so now every sports game, like if you're someone like me who you have a little bit of extra money but you don't have extra time, you pretty much have to put the money in to be competitive, which is cool for the first person shooters because they're going in a direction where like, hey, you could buy shit if you want to, but none of this stuff's going to help you in the game.
Yeah, just cosmetics, just skins.
It's just cosmetic. So it's cool for them, but it's kind of a shitty place for us. Like every year, me and my boys, we play 2K. In the last 2 years, we just haven't been into it because I don't have time to invest to build my character up. And I'm not going to just drop $60 for a game where I don't even know how long I'm going to play it, Well, $60 on top of buying the game.
Yeah,
so
I forgot.
Games are just in a bad place, man.
Yeah, I forgot which rapper it was, but I saw some interview.
It was the game.
It was the game. He said he skipped I think it was like $100 million or $10 million tour just so that he can get legend in 2K. I was like,
no, it was he skipped it, but at the same time too, there was a huge controversy with him because 2K is based on rep, right?
Yeah.
So pretty much the better you do in the game, the more rep you get to get towards legend, and he got caught doing two things. One, he had some kids playing against him, and they just kept coming around and around and around, just letting him just like score 21 points every game over and over again.
Yeah.
And then two, he got caught paying someone else to play on his account to level him up. And like it was a big thing because like they didn't ban him or anything. When other people who were actual content creators in the space got banned for less.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it was a pretty big thing.
Yeah. I mean, that would be an instant ban, like in any other competitive or ranked system.
Exactly.
Any other
but since it was a pretty big, probably the biggest celebrity in that plays the game, they were like, not touching that one. But it was like a slap in the face to the community, right? Like, So it's honestly, it's stupid, man.
I feel like 2K, because to me, 2K is definitely the biggest sports game out. In the last couple years, most people play that game. Other sports,
Madden fell off bad.
Yeah, Madden fell off bad. UFC is definitely not as popular.
I think FIFA's up there.
FIFA, yes,
Yeah,
FIFA is
more
up
worldwide.
there. I forgot about
Yeah.
FIFA. FIFA is definitely up there, but I feel like 2K is the most played in the US at least, right? I feel like there's been so much stuff with that game with microtransactions and, like you said, pay to win. I just don't see how people have fun really playing it. You know, it definitely looks like a cool game. You know, you're playing basketball, you're shooting, you're playing a sports type game. And I love sports type game. Like, my favorite sports game of all time is SSX. I don't know if y'all heard about that one.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, the snowboarding,
Yeah,
right?
I
Yeah, we're old.
freaking
We understand
love
that.
that game.
Yeah.
Bro. I used to play SSX Tricky with my brother on the PS2. PS2. It was amazing. I want that game back so bad, but, you know,
Yeah.
was side note that. But I just don't understand how these game companies can just put so many microtransactions and pay to win mechanics in the game. And lastly,
am I allowed to cuss on this?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
You're fine. You're fine.
Okay, so I'm proud of myself for stop allowing this company to fuck me. Like,
Yeah.
because I was falling in that same trap for a while. I played through 2K20 and I built a bunch of characters for $50 a piece. And I just kept going over and over again. I got a little extra money on this check. The bills are paid. Let me build a 2K character.
Yeah.
And I finally, what it finally was 2K21. My daughter was born the night before the game came out.
Yeah.
We were in the hospital for like 3 days because she was sick or anything.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah,
born
yeah.
premature, so they had to do all the tests and all that. And by the time we got back, like I legit didn't have the time to grind my guy. And I didn't want to spend extra money because I just had a newborn baby.
Yeah.
So I was kind of just like, you know what? I'm gonna sit this year out.
Yeah.
And I think,
And then this year came around, I bought the game, but I played it for like a week. I didn't put any extra money on top of the game. And I told my guys, like, yeah, I'm gonna sit this year out. So I finally stopped letting the company just like screw me over.
Yeah.
yeah, and I think that's when most like gaming companies underestimate their players, right? Because once they get that moment where they finally take a little break, that break never is just a break. It's always like,
Right.
I'm gone. You know, they say it's a break for a couple of days. Like for me with Warzone, like I'm gonna take a little bit. I'm gonna go to Apex for a little bit. And that Apex break, it hasn't really ended. You know,
Yeah.
I haven't really been back to Warzone. The only time I drop in Warzone is once in a blue moon with Brian when he's like, "Yo, you want to join up?" You know, and Brian knows it's hard to get me on that game. It really is. It's hard to get me on that game. You know, and it's not like I'm bad
not a
at
fan
it.
of Warzone. Like I like Cold War a lot, but Warzone, I'm not big into it.
It's just
I'll play it with my friends if they ask, but it's just kind of like I'm not gonna be like, hey, let's go play Warzone. Like,
yeah,
Right.
yeah. I haven't had fun on Warzone in a minute. There was like one time in the past couple of weeks
A
that
new
I actually
map.
had fun
You
on
enjoyed
it.
that.
Yeah, that's when it was
Yeah.
fun. I was like, yo, I'm happy.
and I haven't played it yet. I need to.
You should, bro.
Yo,
It's more
drop in with us.
verticality. It's really fun. Yeah, drop in with us. But like right now, I'm having a lot of fun on Road Company with Brian and Jordan. That
Yes.
game is so freaking fun. I don't know if you
Yeah.
heard about it. Have you heard about Road Company?
I played it once. I was extremely bad because in general, I'm
Yeah.
not good at shooting games. Period.
Mhm.
Like in Warzone, I'm probably like top 10% in the world. I mean, top bottom percent of the world.
No.
Like, I'm not good.
I was like, shit.
I was like, yeah, you should drop in
Like,
with us.
And I really stumbled over that bottom 10% of the world in Warzone. Not very good at all. Fortnite, my friends use me just getting the bot lobbies. Apex, I was terrible in, but like all these three were playable, right?
yeah.
I might get a kill or two here and there. Road Company, I was complete dog shit. Like I didn't like just getting into the game. I played a couple of games. I did not have fun at all. Like just because of how mad I was.
I feel that. Like, I feel that there is Rogue Company. Close your ears just in case I decide to be a rogue partner. But like, I think they have to figure out the skill-based matchmaking because like we'll be playing right, and we are either getting hammered, like I'm talking about cheeks spread, no spit, just going in on us, or we're like killing everybody, and there's no in between, bro. There's hardly ever an even match. We're either like
Well, I think I don't know what it is.
Dog.
I just think like because Road Company's not like a battle royale, right? It's like a multiplayer game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
only
it's
one.
like
I think all
CS:GO
multiplayer
type.
games are struggling with that because once again with Cold War, I'm halfway decent at Cold War,
Mhm.
and my friends are slightly better than me. Like far from professional, but we're middle of the pack. The same thing. We'll play like 5 or 6 games where we're just like killing people, and then just get like thrown into lobbies where it's just not even close. Where it seems like they're aimbotting. I don't like to accuse, but like that sniper aimed at my head pretty quickly.
Yeah, like
whenever we play with PC players, we can feel the difference. Like it feels like a step up in competition. Like I was playing with Kiki Sweets the other night, and I feel like the first game we dropped in, it was like, all right, cool. This is like mad casual. We're having a good time. You know, I'm hyped. I'm talking all the smack, and we did run into like one legit hacker. Like he had like 30 kills in like a 5-minute game. It was crazy. But like when we were playing against legit players, like I felt the difference. I was like, you're my daddy now. Like, like you just bodied me. I'm your son.
And that's the worst. When it's like, you know, well, sometimes you can be like, oh, you got lucky. But when there's just like no debate, like, yeah, you're just better than me.
Oh, yeah.
I just gotta give you that. You're just better at me at this game.
And it's so defeating to say that, bro. Like, when you get crapped on, but you know for a fact it wasn't a hack. Like, they just crapped on you. Oh.
Because all first-person shooter games, I don't take very seriously at all. Right? Of course, I try to win. But when somebody, like, you know, kills me, I'm like, oh, you beat the shittiest guy on the team. But when I was playing sports games,
good for you.
Good job. You know, you want a gold star. But when I was playing sports games, that was more defeating. When I had somebody that was like, you know, I actually invested a lot of time to be good at this, and you're just better. And that was really defeating to say, like, and there's nothing I could have did in this particular game to beat you, because you just put more hours in and you're better. Like, I just gotta hit the lab and come back strong.
Yeah. So
that's
like,
how I was with sports games. Like shooters, like I enjoy this too. Like my buddy Antonio and Robert, like they come over pretty often, and like we'll grind out just like sports games, just try to kill each other. Man, they will have me down like 40 and 50 points sometimes in like Madden, bro. That's the game that I suck at the most of all the sports games. And if you get me to like a certain point, I'm not trying anymore. Like I'm only going for like clip-worthy plays, bro. Like
my best friend, first time I had him over to my house, right?
Yeah.
Because I used to play Madden competitively even when I was younger. Like when I was like 10 and up, I used to go to local Madden tournaments and like kick ass. Yeah. So my brother used to take me to these tournaments, and I would just win the tournaments almost every time. Yeah. But my best friend, he was like my new best friend at the time. I'd known him for like a couple months at this time, and I invited him over for the first time. I was like, "Oh, you want to play Madden?" He said, "I've never played it, but okay, yeah, let's try it." Yeah. And I was like, "Oh yeah," and I beat him like 121. So like, I don't know if he scored, to be honest.
Oh my God.
I think the worst game I ever played, like not our Jordan that we know, but you know Goggles, right? Josh, that we used to play at Call of Duty with. Yeah, so he like I know him like locally, like I heard Antonio, and like we would like get into a game like real heavy, and then he'd buy the game, but like we already had like more time into the game. Even though like I would never like really like grind out games until they came over. But I think the most defeating thing I ever did to him, I don't think I've seen him again since then. But was like he was like, okay, all right, I just got mad, and he's like showing off all his clips that he was getting like on the AI, and so I was like, oh, this is about to be a fight next time I see him. Bro, I did that, man. I think it was like 131 to like 37 or something like that, bro. It was dirty. I felt so bad. And I was normally the worst player. But like he put in the time, like I went to work all week, didn't play any games all week, and then just did that on him.
He's like, yeah, I'm not showing my face around here no more.
Yeah,
I'm out.
And it's not only that, it would be game after game after game. He would like play against the AI thinking that he was, you know, going to be good. Where I only play against other people. I don't like playing games where
I hate playing against computers.
Yeah.
I mean, I've came
want to make
like,
somebody feel
more the terms with it. Like, you know, playing on PS2. I've been playing like the retro PS2 games, more like chill. But if I'm playing something modern, it has to be online. Like I can't just play. I can't just play Call of Duty campaign.
Yeah, that's
you know,
boring.
like,
that's boring.
I have to know that I'm actually clapping somebody on the other end of the screen. They're like, yo, I beat you, bro. You know, it can't be, yo, it's a robot. Nah, it can't be like that. That's right. That's kind of why I don't enjoy Fortnite too much anymore, because a lot of that players in the AI now. I don't know if you know that, but a lot of them are like bot players. I'm like, bro, I dropped like 20 kills, but 19 of them were on bots. Like legit bots, not player bots, but legit bots. Right. I don't feel good about that. I can't post that on my Twitter.
What killed Fortnite for me the first time was when my son was significantly better than me.
Oh.
Like, I mean, he's one of those kids that builds like crazy. I still can't build to this day. So that's what killed that for me first. Like, I was like, yeah, no, can't play Fortnite no more. I moved to Warzone, and he's better than me at that shit too. Like, not significantly better, but like he's better than me at that shit too. So I'm just like, yeah, back to PS2 games, back to my bread and butter.
You just might be programmed that way. Like, I feel like we all got like certain games that we're good at, and like Josh is like good at everything. I don't know how he's like that. Jordan, my brother, he's good at like everything. But like, I can play a sports game. I may not be like crazy competitive with it, but I'm gonna hold my own most of the time. But like some people are like only shooters, but you take them to a different shooter and they're not good in it, and I'll do better than them at that. But like I think we're just programmed to certain, interfaces.
I think what messed up shooting games for me is growing up, the only shooting game I ever played was Halo.
Okay.
And Halo, there's such a
feels different.
It's such a cushion. You got your health bar, you got your was it not like your armor? What was it like? Whatever. Like it regenerates your armor, so it takes like a solid like amount of time for you to die. You can get shot at, take a couple shots, turn the corner, regenerate, and be good. So moving to Call of Duty, like Black Ops or Vanguard, once they got you in their sights, if they connect with a couple, you're done.
Yeah, whoever hits first usually wins. That's
exactly.
how it feels.
Yeah, exactly. How do you guys feel about like the direction of multiplayer type games? Because for me, I feel like and I say back in the day as in like 2014, 15, 16.
This man is 12 years old. I'm just kidding.
Back in the day, I don't mean like 2006 PS3. I mean like PS3, beginning of PS4. Those games like Destiny and like all these like different type of multiplayer type games. Now I feel like every multiplayer type shooter game that comes out are more or less the same. Apex is basically Warzone, even though they're two different games. I'll give them credit for that. Same system, same type of mechanics, you know what I mean? A lot of the games that come out these days are basically the same game, but back in the PS4 and PS3 days, I feel like every multiplayer game was a little bit different. Just a little bit. Like Halo and Call of Duty, although they're kind of similar, they're completely two different games. You hop on Call of Duty, completely different games, right? You hop on Call of Duty, it feels one way, fast time to kill, or you're just running around, gunning and shooting. Halo's something completely different. You have the campaign, you have everything on there. These days you have Apex, you have PUBG, you have Warzone, and then you have Valorant, Overwatch, and yada yada. It's more or less the same game. It's just which.
And I think since things are making the move towards Battle Royale, because it's not even the hot new thing anymore, because it's been going since 2013 was when PUBG came out, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
But it's the thing right now. Like if you're gonna come out with a game, everybody knows you better have a battle royale with it. And at first I thought it was like a temporary thing because it was so satisfying getting like a victory royale, right? You beat 100 people,
right?
Whereas like Call of Duty like multiplayer is more like you can win the game, but something more satisfying about like I outlasted 99 other people. But I don't think it's that anymore. I really don't. But people rarely play legit multiplayers now. You see Warzone, Apex. Is Valorant? I never played Valorant.
So
is that
Valorant's like a CS:GO type game. So that's what I was saying. Valorant's like Overwatch, CS:GO, Rogue Company. Those are all basically kind of the same type of games, although they're a little bit different from each other. Basically the same type of games. So that's what I was saying. Most games that come out these days, they're mostly similar to other games. There's nothing new coming out, And like you say, we're pushing towards a battle royale type era, and that's completely true. I actually think that we already got there. You know what I mean? Because I feel like last year and the year before that, that's when every game was coming out with a battle royale. Like even Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon, they wanted to come out with a battle royale, which is ridiculous.
Halo came out with a battle royale.
Halo came out with a battle royale. That was ridiculous. But I think this whole notion of battle royale is causing game companies not to want to enter this multiplayer market, because I feel like there's a big multiplayer drought right now. The only multiplayer games, like the big multiplayer games, are Call of Duty, Apex, and like a couple others. you know. But they've all been previously established, and they're not going anywhere. And most of them already has.
And even with Call of Duty, it's like from what I've heard, Vanguard flopped.
Yeah.
I bought it, I liked it, but almost anybody I talked to said they didn't like it. I really like Cold War. Most people tell me they didn't like Cold War. Most people that play Call of Duty multiplayer are playing like Modern Warfare 2 right now.
Yeah.
Which, like, you know, what was that? When did that game come out? Like a while back.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite Call of Duty has been Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
The new Modern Warfare. What was 2019, Brian? I think.
Yeah.
2019.
W19. Yeah, I think there's like definitely a major drought, and I don't know what can be done to change it, because it's kind of like you have games like Rogue Company where it kind of, like you said, feels similar to other games, you know. For me, it feels different because when I really like got into like gaming outside of sports games, it was like the BR, like Warzone was free. I hopped on that, and then that introduced me to Modern Warfare. I like that, but like it was hard to get into Cold War because I was like, well, Modern Warfare is bae and Warzone owns me, you know. So I don't know what you can really do different aside from like playing other games that you hadn't already tried. And that's kind of what happened with Rogue. Like Rogue had been out since like 2020, I think, and I didn't start playing it until like middle of 2021 because I saw someone playing. I was like, yo, that looks different. They have abilities kind of like Apex, but it's not like Apex where I'm, you know, terrible. So I can at least play that, have a good time. So I think I don't know if there's anything that can be done by new game companies to, you know, attract the market or do something different that's going to be innovative.
And I would say
like
there's not much they can do to make the game better.
Yeah.
You're where you're at, right? At this point, it's pretty much like map design.
Yeah.
Like for the difference between Call of Duties and which engine they use, right?
Yeah.
But if I was a game company that was established like Call of Duty, what I would do, not saying this is right morally, find a Twitch streamer that's not the biggest, but definitely up there, pay them, give them an NDA, and say, hey, stream this shit for the next month and say nothing but good things about it. Pay them well.
Yeah.
And then even if people, because it's all like, there's some people that really do have their own thoughts.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people where, if I'm just saying this name, if Nick Merckx was like, oh, Vanguard is amazing.
Yeah. Everybody would be on Vanguard.
Everybody's gonna be on Vanguard.
Oh, yeah.
No, like Nick Merckx would be a hard one to get because he is so big. But I'm saying like someone, you know, a tier below him, you know, gets good viewership, and like I said, not saying it's morally right, but that would definitely get a boost. Not sure if that's gonna put multiplayer back on the map,
right?
But it's gonna at least get some sales.
Yeah, it'll definitely bring awareness too. Because like with Nick Merckx, when he switched from Call of Duty to Apex, I don't know if y'all remember it last year. Everybody went to Apex. They did bad, and then they went back to Call of Duty, but like he never left, right? But he brought more attention to Apex, where Apex is, in my opinion, one of the best games that's out there right now.
And Apex was like already popping too. He just made it like more popping.
Yeah, it probably went from like having 20,000 viewers to now like 400,000. So like he basically just amplified the attention to it, even though it was already a good game. The same thing had happened. I think the problem with like Vanguard content, because Vanguard is definitely like the lowest of all the Call of Duties as far as viewership. It's hard to stay invested in watching somebody play it. Like it would make me maybe want to go play it on my own time, but like it's hard content, I think, like to view. Like there are some people that only stream like multiplayer, and if it's not like search and destroy, like I'm out of there. Like I'm not.
Yeah, to keep it a buck, like because at least search and destroy, you get the like shit talking aspect.
Yeah,
and, you know, there's more competitive. You're not just running around shooting. You know, like so. Yeah, I agree. Like search is my favorite game to play and watch.
Absolutely.
But yes, it's hard for me to sit down and watch like multiplayer. Period.
Yeah,
and that's what like I said, Cold War is my favorite. That was my first Call of Duty I played, Cold War. So that's why I really liked it a lot. But then I got my buddies over here saying, you know, Modern Warfare 2 is better. But then, you know, if you play Cold War first, the engine's so different going to Modern Warfare. But, you know, if you play Modern Warfare first, then Cold War is probably trash to you.
Yeah, and I think that's what happened with me. Like, because Cold War, like, there's times like I'll play it and I won't tell nobody I'm playing it. Like I'll play it by myself. I'm like, oh, this is enjoyable, right? But then like if I play Modern Warfare, I don't want to go back. Like I don't want to play Cold War at all. Like it's it just feels different. It's like I think it's more arcade style.
Yeah, exactly.
it's definitely.
Yeah.
I think it's just crazy that most of the games that people play these days and that people are watching on Twitch, YouTube, and that people are enjoying themselves on are games that are like 2 to 3 years old. There's nothing really new that's being played at a crazy.
Yeah, because what's new
true,
that's come out worthwhile?
Exactly. Like
Warzone's been riding this wave for so damn long. Why would
they
they put
stole
out
it from
something new?
Fortnite, bro? Low key, like they stole it from Fortnite Warzone.
Yeah.
You know.
But same with Fortnite. Like if you're Fortnite, like why would you put out something new? They've been playing like new game modes, of course, but they've been playing the same shit since like 2015.
Yeah.
So why would I develop a whole new game when they're still buying every skin that comes out? Like,
And we just got a map after like 3 years of playing the same map. You know how insane that is to play the same exact map, drop in every single day, same map, same weapons, same people. You probably killed the person you killed like 1,000 different times already. Like, oh yo, I remember your name. I killed you yesterday, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we've been playing games that's been out for years now. There's nothing new.
And I can never think. That's a great point. I can't think of another time where it's been like that.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Because even like in sports gaming, it's pretty much the same thing every year. But it's a new game every year. With like
just new
growing
roster.
up, the longest we played the game besides sports games was like 6 months.
Yeah.
We played that shit, then the next shit was coming out. I can't think of a time where you're right. People have been playing the same like 3 or 4 games for the last 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
I think the only company that's doing it right, and not so much with basketball, but 2K with like WWE. If you just look at the last 10 years of the WWE games, you can feel like the evolution. So it's 2022 right now. I think 2K took over in 2013, maybe.
Not quick sidebar. Wasn't 2K21 like historically bad though?
I think they didn't drop it at all because it was gonna be so bad that they skipped a year. No, wait, I'm sorry. No. Was it 2020 that they skipped? There was at least a year or two that they skipped it.
Because I just remember there was one year where they dropped the game and they like refunded everybody.
I think it was 20. Yeah. It was 20. Because I remember, the glitches were wild. I would see the clips on YouTube and I was like, oh no. Like, and I was the guy that got it every single year. The WWE series I got every single year. And I was seeing like clips and I was like, yo, there's no way I'm gonna buy this game. Because like 18 and 19 were similar enough, but like it was like 2K19 felt a little bit more different. It was more arcade. 2020 looked terrible. Absolutely terrible. They took 2021 off and then they changed the entire mechanics of the fighting system in 2022, and it's like,
and I rocked with 22. It was a good ass game.
Yeah, it's still pretty fun. I play it every so often. They're the only ones that are like doing something different, is like that style of game. Or they came out with the Quarry. They might be stale with the basketball games, but they're at least trying like different things,
And I would even say even on the basketball, as much as it's pay to play.
Yeah,
I don't play it anymore, but I still follow a lot of people from the 2K community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and they are trying new stuff as far as like the content. They went to like a battle pass type thing, but it's like a free battle pass, like a go on level 40 type thing, and they do different seasons. That's something 2K's never done, and they're doing all kinds of different events and stuff like that. My only issue is they're still super pay to play.
Yeah,
but they are 100%. Trying different things. So 2K kind of is killing the game if you really think about it.
Yeah. They're the only ones that have got it right.
Yeah, I think we just need a new IP to come out that's backed by a AAA company, And although the only gripe with that is that most of the time when a new IP does come out and is backed by a AAA company, they don't like to be unsure about their investment, which makes sense. So they put so many microtransactions, season passes, and stuff like that. And yeah, most of the time they say free to play, but $10 monthly season pass. Oh, you gotta pay to access this thing, and they just ruin the game by doing that. And it's just gaming is in such a weird space because somehow gamers have allowed microtransactions to be like 100% okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
to the point where
it's all psychology too. You're like, oh, that's only $2.
Yeah. Like, did you remember back in the day? You said
Tim. How much is the battle pass for Warzone? What, like $10?
$10. Yeah, $10.
$9.99. So say you didn't spend $60 on the game, right? But you've been playing Warzone for 5 years, and you bought how many battle passes have you bought? Like So if you're Warzone, like I said, why would you spend money to develop a new game?
Yeah.
When I got these same niggas giving me $10 every battle pass, like they're out of their pocket. They're still paying me every other month. Why am I gonna go build a new game?
Yeah, that's that's passive income, bro. Like Jordan was.
Yeah, there was residuals.
Our friend Jordan was talking about how on Fortnite, he hasn't even played Fortnite like that in the last year. But on Fortnite, when me and him used to play, he said over the life of his account, he spent around $1,000 buying cosmetics. And like it's crazy because you don't realize it. And I was 13, 14 playing that game. I spent at least like $200, $300 on that game. Now that I think about it, bro, buying $20 skins, buying season passes, I spent at least $200 to $300. And I was like 14. And then you had little 10-year-olds going and stealing mom's credit card buying V-Bucks, bro. You know how
bruh, okay.
You know how
only a certain household can get away with that, like
So first of all, if I ever find this YouTuber, whoever it was, I'm gonna whoop his ass. So my son had I don't know why my wife had her credit card information on his PlayStation, and he spent upwards. I don't know exactly how much, but a lot of money.
Yeah.
And he said he watched his video, which is how to get free V-Bucks. And it was essentially just going to click or like to buy it.
That man was a menace for posting that video.
if I ever see this man, so what happened was, we called PlayStation and said we could refund it, but to keep it a buck, they're gonna ban your account. I was like, okay. I was like, fuck it. So I told my son, that's your punishment. All those skins I actually bought you,
they took my money one way or another, though.
Yeah.
They banned their account. The skins aren't there anymore.
You know, the cool part about it was I definitely could have prevented it, or at least like minimalized it.
Yeah.
Because I think I was holding my daughter. She at the time she was probably less than 1 year old. You know, I was walking her around the home, and my son legit came up to me. He's like, "Oh, Dad, there's a video about how to get free V-Bucks." I was like, "Okay, cool." And he's like, "No, for real." He's like, "Watch." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, cool, Jonathan." And then next thing you know, my girl calls me from work. Her shit got overdraft.
Oh, I was like, overdraft fees and stuff. Oh,
and like I said, as mad as I was at him, at the same time, I was like, I could have definitely prevented that.
But you know what probably happened? That guy that made that video, he probably had a kid that did the same exact thing to him. He's like, you know what?
He probably got mad.
I can't be the only
ad
parent.
revenue off that video.
Yeah. He's like, I can't be the only parent this happens to. I'm about to go tell a bunch of kids on the internet to do it to their parents.
Oh my god.
I ain't the only one suffering. One time I saw some news video about how this kid, I think he spent like $10,000 on V-Bucks or some crazy thing, right? And his mom looked at the account. He stole his mom's credit card. I don't know if, I think it was either that she was trying to sue Epic or that she was trying to get a refund. One of the two, but I think she was trying to sue. I think that's what it was. I'm like, I don't know if you can sue, but like, because obviously she wasn't the one that made the purchase. Her son made the purchase, but if he was able to,
that was hard in court.
Yeah,
it's all
but $10,000, bro. $10,000 on V-Bucks, man.
Is there even $10,000 worth?
Oh, there definitely is. There is.
Okay.
There's got to be probably $100,000.
Like that's the thing with Fortnite is literally just purely cosmetic. At least with Warzone, you could try and justify, oh, they just dropped this new gun. Let me just buy my way through the whole battle pass to get it. You know, there's some, even though you can unlock the gun eventually.
Sorry for those guys that do that if they do. Like,
yeah, right.
Yeah.
You can eventually get the gun for free eventually, anyways. So it's not like not completely pay to play, but at least like with Warzone, there is some incentive.
Yeah.
Fortnite is literally all cosmetic.
But like the golden days was when the only microtransactions was buying a DLC. You know, buying an extension to the story. Those were the only microtransactions. Now, a microtransaction is a skin.
New shit dropping every
day. Oh, yo, look, this new gun's dropping next week. You want to buy it, don't you? Like, there used to be mechanics in games. I forgot which games it were, but I remember there was a big, huge news stories about this. And like, there used to be gambling mechanics in game to buy like products. You know what I mean? I think it was Overwatch actually that had something like that.
And there was a big lawsuit. I don't remember if it was for 2K or Madden, but because the Ultimate Team, you buy packs, you get cards for your team.
Yeah.
So they broke it down. They said, legally, this is gambling. And legally, if you're going to gamble, the odds have to be posted for the gambler.
Yeah.
So now, I don't know if every game does it, but I know for sure Madden and MLB do it to where before you buy a pack, it'll tell you have a 1 in 1 chance of getting the silver card, a 1 in 5 chance of getting the gold card, a 1 in 60 chance of getting the diamond card. And they break it down like that for that reason, because he sued saying, I was buying these packs and I had no clue what my chances were of getting anything.
That also happened in CS:GO. In CS:GO, they were doing like they were trading weapon skins. Like there was a way that they can do it online. So basically, there was like third parties. It wasn't CS:GO themselves, but there was third parties. What they would do, they set up these websites where players can trade weapon skins, but they would gamble for it, right? So they would make a bunch of money off of them gambling. The problem is, it wasn't classified as gambling technically, and there was a bunch of kids gambling basically. So the CS:GO was fine with it at first because it was drawing people to the community. They were just turning a blind eye to it. The FCC investigated it and said, "Nah, bro, you gotta shut this crap down." And then one day, CS:GO just sent an email to like every single website there was for this and told them, "You better shut it down. Like we're not getting involved with this. Shut it down. We're not we're not allowing this anymore." And there was a big scandal because there was a bunch of YouTube creators out there, like T Martin, I think it was, Syndicate, behind these websites, and they were on their channels playing on the websites, getting crazy stuff, even though it was their website, and they probably put the odds in their favor, but they never let anybody know. They were advertising to their kid fans, "Yo, look at this gambling website that I'm getting crazy loot on. You should try it out too." But it was their website, and one of them got sued, and they got sued for it, but they got let off. They were freaking I think they got let off with like, they just have to tell in the future if they're sponsored by somebody. That's all they had to do.
Right.
They didn't even get like a fine. I don't think they got anything else. They haven't got jail time. It's just tell people in the future, which is crazy to think about. Because you scammed a bunch of kids. Your own fan base too. That's even more scummier. So
this is gonna be. I don't know if it's been done. I'm not huge in the Warzone community, but there was a big thing in the 2K community for like a year before 2K finally told the creators like, "Hey, cut this out or you're gonna get banned." But views were crazy, probably all-time high for 2K because they started gambling. Started with like $500 bets, on 2 versus 2 games. I think the biggest guy, what was his name? He's an Australian guy. And he was gambling $50,000 on the game. Like legit. Like not even like on some like, oh, if I lose, like we just won't pay each other type shit, like just for the views.
Like
he was legit gambling this money. And he was going cross country because like he was playing in Australia, so there was like a gang of latency. So he like flew to California, lined up some games in California, and then went all the way across the country getting crazy views. So I'm like, as far as Warzone goes, I know there's tournaments.
Yeah.
But like, is there anybody out there really just setting up custom games saying everybody put up $50 and like?
Oh yeah,
people definitely do that. People definitely.
Yeah, wagers are crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's out there.
It definitely happens because listen, bro. I be playing S&D with Brian and Jordan all the time. Almost every single match, I challenge somebody to a 1v1, and I beat him 99% of the time. I beat him. I smoke him. I think I got beaten by 2 people so far. Those me
and my buddies, when we play Call of Duty multiplayer, we talk shit about those people that challenge us to 1v1s. Because we talk a lot of shit. We talk a lot of shit, and they're like, "Oh, 1v1 me." It's like, "Oh, you mad?" It's like, "You're mad." Okay.
Nah, but we'll be winning.
1v1 me.
We'll win it though.
It's in jest.
We'll win it, and the enemy team's talking chess like, "Bro, just 1v1 me." Then if they actually think they can beat me, that's their mistake. I'm not trying to sound cocky. But but listen, there'll be times where I'm in my downtime. I'm listening to music and I'm chilling, and I'm at the bottom of the leaderboard, but I'm comfortable being at the bottom of the leaderboard. I'm just chilling there,
Yeah,
and then
I'm pretty much renting space at the bottom of the leaderboard. I might as well start paying the mortgage.
But look, I'll be chilling at the bottom of the leaderboard, and I'll say to the top guy in the enemy team, "Yo, imagine being 7-1. Can never be me." And he's like, "What are you talking about? That's a good KD. You at the bottom of the leaderboard." I just laugh to see how angry they get, because obviously it's a joke, idiot. Like, I'm at the bottom of the leaderboard, bro. Come on. And they get so heated. It's so funny, bro. That's why I love the trash talk in Call of Duty, but.
Call of Duty of Duty Search and Destroy Unmatched.
Mhm.
You know, you gotta take it with a grain of salt. You're gonna call it the N-word a couple times.
Yeah.
That's what that's the fuel. Like anytime like we get that like dropped on us, I'm like, oh, now it's a
That's
game.
an
And it was so
achievement.
hard
game.
because I like to save all my VODs, and I like to include the game chat.
Yeah.
But then eventually I was like, well, shit, I gotta start deleting my VODs because I keep getting called the N-word so often. Like,
yeah. I don't think I even play Search and Destroy on stream anymore, kind of for that reason.
Yeah.
you
'Cause
kind of
it's like, yo,
can't. Like,
yeah, I want that content. I want that spicy, juicy content, but it's like, I'm gonna get banned.
And we play
Yeah.
hardcore too. It's not regular.
Yeah.
So hardcore is even more toxic when we get inside that
one of my favorite clips was from Search on Cold War.
Yeah.
And I was just going the fuck off. I don't know how. Like, it was just one of those games, like,
You were in your
you know, the underdog story.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he was like, this guy for some reason, he was like, I'm in the army, right?
Mhm.
But then like it cut off to start the next round. And then I just went off for like 3 or 4 kills that round.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna say it on stream. I mean on the video, because it's like not even like in good gist.
Yeah.
Well, I was like, you're army strong, huh? You think you're
Yo.
And then I was like, yeah. But there was more before it. That was completely like unfiltered.
violation.
But I was pissed because they were talking shit. It's not like he was just like he wasn't innocent in this story.
Yeah.
That clip on TikTok, shit was funny, man.
I like those. I had a match like that the other day where like I wasn't at the bottom. I was second to last. And I was like, dang, they better clutch up. And then he was like, I bet I'm better than you. He was the first one I killed, bro. I just went off on the whole team, bro. I flipped it. It's dropping on YouTube Shorts coming soon.
Hey, there we go.
But yeah, it's crazy body.
I love seeing like I'll be playing with Brian a lot, and like sometimes he'll be at the bottom of the leaderboard, but if he gets the last kill, he'll be like, "Yo, you got killed by the guy at the bottom of the leaderboard." He'll say something like that, and it kills me, bro. He's like, "How do you feel?" He's like, "I'm trash."
I'll go from like real calm, like just hanging out. But if you're like the top guy and I kill you, like, yo, I get so loud, bro. I be screaming on my mic, dude. I be watching back like the videos, and like normally I'll use like a microphone that's like right next to my mouth whenever I'm playing. And bro, I'll be so loud, dude. It's like inaudible.
Yeah, like literally, I only get that hype when I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Like I'll be chilling. Like if I'm at the bottom of the leaderboard, I'll just be chilling. Like, oh yeah, good game, y'all. It's super boring on stream if I'm at the bottom of the leaderboard. But when I do pop off, it's like next level hype. Like, like if I'm the last person alive on search and it's like 1v3 and I clutch it, like it's like next level amounts of hype.
Bro, and what's great is your teammates will get hyped with me, like with you, because like when you're playing a game and you have that one teammate, he's not bad, but he's not like amazing. And they start popping off. You're like, oh my gosh, yo, do it. I'm like, and I'll be dead and I'll be spectating. I'm a ghost, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, yo, what did you just do? I'll be wanting to clip it for them.
My friends are so cold. They be hyping me up for anything. Like, okay, Antoine's breaking even. Okay, 15 and 15.
There you go.
I
see you.
They be like 7 and 15. Okay.
Yes, sir, bro. But it be feeling good.
7 kills.
It be feeling good seeing your teammates do that, bro. It be feeling really good. They're like, bro, he's cracked. He's getting there, man. Like seeing Brian's development from when we first started playing to now, bro. This man can 1v1 me now and probably beat me at some point, you know?
I beat Jordan like last month, and I was like, how?
Like back in
but then he smacked me later.
Back in the day, this man was a noob, bro. He just started playing Call of Duty, so I can say that. He was a noob back in the day. But now, bro, he'll clap your cheeks for real, bro. I tell him all the time, bro, put some respect in your name, bro. He's like, oh, I'm trash. I'm like, bro, come on. You're not trash. Like, come on, be honest with yourself.
I got a
every once in a while, I get like the itch to play like Call of Duty multiplayer. Yeah, I'm like, oh, it's there. It's right there.
It's right there.
And, like, I get home at night. I get home at night and I'm like, it's time to go to bed.
Yeah, I feel that. I have a hard time like playing like Call of Duty multiplayer like right before bed, bro. Like I can do Rogue, and Rogue is like can be sometimes more stressful if you're like trying to do good. If you're vibing, you're vibing. But if you're like, yo, we lost 4 games. Like, we're not about to lose a 5th game.
And that's like the worst. Like when the vibes are good in the party chat, and, you know, you're talking shit, you're happy, then you take like 3 or 4 straight L's.
Yeah,
the energy just drops. You're just like, Alright, I'm probably gonna hop off after this next loss.
For me, like I can take an L if it's competitive. Like if we lose by like 3 kills or 4 kills, and like if it's competitive, it's like back and forth. Bro, I love those games. I'll take the L. I'm like, oh my god, like shit. Like they just clap our cheeks, yo, GG's, all that. But like if we get bodied and it's like 65-20, like yeah, I definitely like
It's like one more game like that. Yeah.
It's like 11:50.
Brian,
you know, like that's me.
Brian always loves to say, yeah, I mean, it depends on how well the game goes, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
He says that all the time, and I know what that means.
Yeah, I'm not gonna commit to 2 hours.
Yeah.
Let's see how the night starts off.
And he does these tactical yawns, you know? we'll be an hour in, bro. We're doing terrible. He's like,
Yo, he said that I do that, John. Yeah, every yawn is legit, bro. Every yawn is legit.
Sometimes we be tired, like shit.
30 minutes later, he's like, I'm gonna go to sleep, y'all. And then 5 hours later, it'll be 2 a.m. I see that man on Twitter, bro. I'm like, you didn't go to sleep.
You know, you drop the yawn just to plant the seed. Like, yeah, you know, I'm not gonna say that I'm tired, but they definitely gonna peep this.
Yeah, they're gonna hear it.
So when you say you tired, it sounds legit. Yeah.
Man, stay muted, but then he unmuted his mic just to yawn, just so we can hear it. Let me make sure they hear it, you know.
I told you like that.
Oh shit, I got a good one brewing. Hold on, let me unmute this mic.
It be like that sometimes, man.
You know the games that I can't get into, like there's certain people I definitely prefer to play with. I'll play with anybody, right? But like if I'm playing with you and there's like zero conversation, bro, I'll be out in like a heartbeat. Like I'll
the conversation can't just be about the game.
Exactly. Unless if it's like a close, tight knit game, like it could be, we could be all tactical, you know.
Oh yeah, you gotta take that little, you know, depending on the game, you gotta take that little 1 to 5 minutes of like silent concentration. But yeah, when we're just chilling, playing, we gotta be talking shit. We gotta be talking about sports. We gotta be talking about, you know, whatever's going on.
Bro, we be vibing, bro. Like the POS squad, we randomly just start singing sometimes, bro. Like one person will start singing the song, and then the next person will join in, and then the next person will join in, and suddenly it's a whole sing along in now.
It's always been that way too. Just for some reason,
we be singing shit like big girls can't cry and shit. It's hard because we do it through like on Discord, and then it's like
all out of sync.
So we're trying to sync it up. So like I'll start like a half second after them to try and keep it synced up. Like it's all bad. Then I watch it back from the stream. I'm like, damn, that wasn't even close.
That was rough. I think my biggest pet peeve like with gaming is like when somebody's inviting you to a game, they're like, oh yeah, let's play. And then like you finally pull up like, yo, this is about to be dope. And then they're quiet. Bro, that junk kills me, man, because like I'll talk the entire time. Like unless I'm like tired and I don't feel like putting in a lot of energy, but I'll usually give you a heads up, like, yeah, I might play, I'm not really feeling it, I'll play like 2-3 games, and then I'll be out. But like when I'm like ready to go like 3 hours and go crazy, and then you just be on the other side of the headset just...
You know who's hella fun to play with? I think you'd have a lot of fun playing with them. And I could say just his presence is fun, because I don't know much about him. Like I know where he works just from like general conversation.
Yeah.
But like we haven't really talked much on like a personal level, just but we've gamed. And he's just so crazy. He talks shit. He's hype. McGann.
I don't know if I know
Okay.
He's cool with everybody. Like he's cool with Muncie. He's cool with Shake. He's around.
Okay.
Because when I first met him, he was trying to get to affiliate. So, you know, I kicked it a little bit in the stream. And then after that, we started gaming a little bit when Cold War first came out. And he's fun, man. He's super fun to play with.
Dude, that's the best, man. I've gotten on like stream before going live, like, yo, it's about to be crazy. Like, I got this crew. There's no way this is not entertaining. And then it's a snooze fest, bro.
Yeah, he's the type.
You just be on stream like trying to save face, like, yo, let's go. And then it be crickets.
He's the type where, like, if he's in your party, like it's almost like he could take over the stream. It's like it's with the energy he has.
Mhm.
But the only thing is he does complain about the game from time to time. But
It'd be like that sometimes.
It do be
yeah,
like
but
that.
when he's into it, it's so fun. It's the type, like you said, when I go into a stream and I know I got McGann in the party, I'm like, oh yeah, the
Yeah.
energy's gonna be high.
Oh
Bro,
yeah.
there's been
Those are the best
times. There's been times where I'm playing with someone. And it's not like my usual squad, but I'm like, yo, this person said they wanted to play with someone, or like, it's a new person. I want to play with them. So I'll be playing with them, and I hear them talking. Like, let's say they're streaming, I hear them talking to a chat about something, or they're talking about something. I'm like, oh, yo, you said you do this. Like, I'll ask them questions about it. No response. No response at all. I'll say it like 3 more times, no response. I'm like, oh, okay, so you just don't want to talk like that, right? But then I'll be like, oh, enemy over there. He's like, okay, yeah, enemy over there. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, so
The coolest thing, the Twitch streamer in me, I was playing with my homeboy Zakin from GA also, and we were playing Fortnite. And just the Twitch streamer in me, naturally, I started responding to his chat.
really?
Yo, I do that sometimes.
I do that sometimes, yeah.
Like I didn't just force myself into it. But like I was just answering everybody, but somebody's like, oh, this guy's like, this is his first time playing Fortnite. And I was like, as a matter of fact, yeah, this is my first time playing Fortnite. And I started, like, I had my phone up right here, and I was just reading this chat, and I was like, anytime someone mentioned anything about me, I was responding to it. And I was like, sorry, I'm not trying to overtake your stream. He's like, no, you're good, bro.
It'd be awkward
sometimes on accident.
Yes, bro.
It's like I'm always in the chat modding whether I announce my presence
bro.
or not, and I'll just be like, I'm like, yeah, man. Like I did it with Mo the other day. Mo was in her stream, and like he was like talking about me and asking questions. I was just like, yeah. So this is what I was doing. And I was like, oh, let me chill. This ain't my stream. So then I would start typing the responses in there and say,
yeah, see, like it's like I know they could hear me, but he probably like he didn't say nothing to me, but I'm like, he's probably like, yo, like, calm down. Like stop talking about chat and shit.
Sometimes it helps if you got like a really engaging like teammate, and they're familiar with the people in chat. Sometimes it can help, because then like let's say if like I'm heavily engaged in combat or something like that, like if Josh is in the chat and he knows the people, he could be responding to them or something like that. So
yeah,
it can work.
And I think the way it was working with us too, it was like it was creating a whole conversation with all of us.
Okay.
Right. Whereas like you said, how like you'll be playing with a streamer sometimes, and like it just seems like he's just talking to chat and you're just like there. And I think it was more engaging to like, because it's one thing if me and you were talking basketball, right?
Yeah.
If nobody in chat knows anything about basketball, the chat's gonna be out of the loop. And it's another thing if you're just talking to chat and like I'm like trying not to step on your toes talking to chat. But if it's one big engaging conversation, it could definitely, help out.
Yeah, like a lot of the times if I'm streaming and I know the other person's streaming, but they're not muting their mic to talk to their chat, which doesn't bother me at all. Like, okay, cool. As long as they're paying attention to the game enough where we can still have a good time. Like I'll leave my mic open too, and when I'm talking to chat, and then it just becomes like, all right, it's
the same content,
just it's like 2 channels, 2 different point of views, but you're getting the same experience, and
And that's why you use a Stream Deck?
I do not, dude. I need one. I know
so
they
how
were
do
short.
how do you mute your mic when you're talking to chat?
So 3 different ways typically. I've got one headset that's got like the mute like built into it, so I'll just tap, and it's so quick.
So you do game chat though?
Yeah, most of the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, or if we're like streaming something like directly from the PC, like and we're using OBS, like I've got like a right click or something where I can, mute it a certain way or a hotkey.
Yeah, because I was playing when Among Us was hot. I was playing it, and this was before Stream Deck released an update a couple months ago where there's a button to mute your mic just in Discord.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So I was like trying to keep the stream entertaining, but in Among Us, when you're in the middle of your gameplay, you don't talk because you don't want to give away anything. So I was like, I wish it came out with this update like a year ago. Like, Among Us is fun as shit. Like, I really want to get back into it.
Hey, bro, we play it every Friday.
Every Friday.
We played it last night, bro. Shin was streaming. Our friend Shin, he was streaming, and he was like, "Yo, it's Brian. I'm telling you, it's Brian." So we get out of the meeting. Screaming, he's like, "Oh no!" And he got killed. He's like, "Oh my gosh, it's Brian! Get him out of here!"
Man exposed. exposed me inside the Discord call.
That's
everybody
a party,
everybody was laughing, bro. For me, it killed me the fact that he said, "Get him out of here," like he was voting for someone.
Well, like with me, what I do.
Playing that game. Oh, go ahead, my bad.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
When I first started playing that game, I was so bad. I was playing with my boy Artist, and literally, like, anytime I'm the murderer, I get the worst anxiety. Like, I'm like,
that's how it was at first for me. Now I'm smooth.
And then, like, I think I play it off well, like when it's time to vote and shit. But I literally killed this man like right in front of somebody else,
bro.
Because the way the figures were lined up, I couldn't really tell there was somebody else there. Yeah. And then I just come up and I just kill him when I see another person right there. And they just start screaming, "It's Gamingdad! It's Gamingdad!" I'm like, "Fuck."
Bro, bro, that happened to me once, but I was able to finesse my way out of it. Literally, there was 4 people left. It was me, Brian, Chapo, and Shin. So I transformed into Shin, right? I walk in, because I know they're walking in pairs, because they were always suspecting me, but I know they're walking in pairs.
Wait, you said you transformed into, is there some update?
Yeah, you can shape-shift
into people?
Yeah.
What the hell?
So I transformed into Shin. I walk in on Brian and Chapo, and I kill Brian right in front of Chapo. And then so Chapo reports the body. He's like, "Shin, why'd you kill him?" Right? And Shin's like, "What are you talking about?" And then it clicked in his head, like, Shin wouldn't just kill someone like that in front of me. It has to be Josh. Right? But I could tell that it clicked in his head. So I just started talking over him. I was like, "Wait a second, no. I saw Shin pass me in the hallway. That had to be a self-report." I finessed my way out of it. And Shin was already like sus of Chopper because Chopper was sus of him. And I never even saw Shin that whole round. But he was like, "Yeah, Josh saw me in the hallway. I don't know what you're talking about." So he just voted for Chopper. I voted for Chopper. We got him out of there.
That's really the only way out is to, like, if you kill someone in front of somebody else, you just gotta blame the other guy.
Yeah. You gotta be
blame him before he can blame you.
Yeah. But I be doing it fast, bro. You gotta be fast and loud.
Yeah.
So that they don't even hear the other person. You gotta be
not
fast
too loud.
Not too. Don't
it's
yell.
It's like you gotta write a perfect line.
It's like, you're out of character right now.
You gotta sound confident.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta sound confident.
The dirtiest that I did last night was like, I was super sneaky with it, right? Apparently I'm too efficient of a killer, right? Like I'll kill everybody, right? And they know it's me. And last night, the first round, right? I didn't do anything sus. Cypher, I killed 2 people in like 60 seconds.
I didn't do anything. I just killed 2 people.
yeah. I didn't do anything. Nobody could say they saw me out of place or nothing like that. And then they go, "Okay, it's Brian." Because like it was 2 bodies. Like so bad. They're just like, "It's gotta be Brian."
Literally the exact words, bro. No one said it was Brian. I said voted me out. I said out loud because there was a couple random people in there too, but I said out loud, I said, "I only know one person who's this aggressive right off the start. I'm just saying." And then his wife, Sarah, she says, "Josh,
Sarah.
She said, "Josh, I agree with you. I'm voting for him too. We never said Brian. We voted him out, and it was him."
Yeah, that's Josh. And this is Gamingdad. We were just talking about last night when you guys dirtily voted me out. When I didn't even do anything wrong. I didn't say the wrong thing. I was like, we got to do it. Y'all voted me out for no reason, bro.
So what I'm hearing is when I play with y'all, these guys start killing everybody as fast as I can.
Frame them.
Yeah, it was dirty. I literally played perfect. I killed, I think it was Vortex, at the spawn point. So I basically pretended like I was going down, like everybody else is going down. Went right back, caught the body, right? Ran down. Ran down because I knew nobody would see it. And then who did I kill next? Was it I think it might have been Jeremy or somebody. Oh, it was you?
Yeah. Wait a minute. You killed me in the pump there.
Yeah, but whoever it was, like I caught their body like real quick, right? Real discreet. And someone called, I think, like a report, and because it was like a double homicide, they just assumed it was me.
It's like, because
it was too aggressive. But it wasn't the fact that it was just a double homicide. It happened within a minute. Like he killed them right when the timer ran out. You know what I mean? Literally,
quick and efficient.
And I'm like, yo, no. I was like, I gotta be Brian. Ain't nobody killing somebody that fast, bro.
Yeah,
the coldest thing I ever did was me and the other imposter Literally, bye.
Bye.
Say hi to the people. She said no.
She said, "I'm
Yeah,
out
me
of
and the
here."
other imposter literally followed each other around the whole game as an alibi.
Yeah.
And this was before, it was all complex. So this was like a next level move at the time.
Hi,
And we just like slowly started picking people off.
Yeah.
And then it just happened that nobody else had saw the two of us ever.
Yeah.
And so I'd be like, oh, well, me and Marcus were over here. And yeah, so I don't know. They're like, oh, okay, well, they were over there. And then we started complaining into like, oh,
I
I'm
saw
going to
him
stay
get
there.
weapons.
Yes, I was like, I'm just going to stay with Marcus because like, shit, I'm going to stay with him because if he's the murderer, then you guys will know if I die. You'll know it's him.
Yes.
And then so it was like,
That's
okay,
great.
cool. Yeah, let me know how that's going. So we would just chill with each other. One of us would break off, kill somebody real quick, and dip off.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, me and Marcus were over in the armory. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then that shit made it literally all the way to the end. Like,
yeah,
that's how me and Chapo are. And Josh also, me and Josh are like the kings of the double homicide. I don't know if this is cheating or not, bro, but when I'm killing with somebody that I know is like gonna see my messages on Discord quick, I'd be like, yo, let's get them. Like I'd be plotting against them, bro. I'm like, yo, let's get them. And then we'll be like, yo, kill this person and this person, leave this one alive so then they can, keep accusing this person. Like, it's like master teaching. I don't know if that's cheating. I don't know if you're allowed to do that, but bro,
I would say the imposters should be able to communicate with each other. Like that makes sense. Well, it's not something they might integrate into the game, but it makes sense for it to be that way.
Yeah, it'll be crazy, dude. I think the only time that like I really messed up bad for a teammate was like I killed somebody like in person, like right in front of other people. And I was a shapeshifter, and then my shapeshifter timer ran out.
Oh,
I got exposed, bro.
Honestly, Brian, like, because everybody knows you're such a detective and calculated type player. What are your strats could be that you literally just kill somebody as you, like, you're yourself, but you kill them so blatantly right in front of somebody that they're like, there's no way that was Brian, though. You know what I mean?
I've done that before.
Could do
I've done that before.
Yeah.
I did that last night.
I
still got folded, though.
Like, I play so recklessly with no strategy that, like, there's really no way to gauge what I'm doing. Like I just do shit without thinking. I'm like, oh, there's a person right there. Kill him.
Yeah.
Hope nobody's around here.
When I'm the killer, bro, I'm stupid aggressive. And I don't know how to turn it off. That's just the Call of Duty in me, bro. If I see somebody looking like a snack, it's time to eat. So I'm going to take them out. But when I'm on the other side and I'm, one of the crewmates, bro, I play the most like full-hearted, like I'm trying to get this dub. And like if you accuse me, dude, it's the most petty you'll ever see me in any video game.
You'll be getting mad when you're being false accused. Like
I'll be heated because it's like, yo, I'm literally giving you all the evidence. And this is why it's not me or this person, it's this person instead. And they're like, it's gotta be Brian. Because for some reason I'm the scapegoat and I don't know why.
But you're so petty in that game, bro. He'll literally guilt trip you so bad, bro. He's like, you guys always do this, da-da-da-da. This is why I don't like playing this game. Y'all play with no logic.
Like, y'all always blame me.
I'm not playing next week. He will guilt trip you like crazy, and that's low-key how you know it's him, though, when he starts guilt tripping you like that. You know what I mean? Because when it is him, when it's not him, he'll just go mute. He'll be like, all right, I'm gonna vote for myself. Then he'll go mute. He just won't talk.
Okay, all right, fine. Y'all want to hang out in here with a killer? Like, I'll with that in a heartbeat.
This man's got it down, man. But
But hey, we're gonna have to get you in there for sure.
Yeah, for sure. If you guys play Friday nights, if I get home at a decent time, I know you guys are Eastern, so like my decent time is like 9 o'clock for you guys.
Oh, we're on. That's hour 2 for us. Yeah, we
all right, bet. So
like
maybe next Friday I can slide in. I'm in the Discord now.
Yeah. I was trying to add you to the call for so long. I was like, I don't know why I can't add him. I was like, I don't see his name here. I kept looking for you, trying to search your name different ways. Like, oh, okay, where's he at? And then finally I was like, oh, he forgot to join. But now you're in there, bro. Like we had the events like top left corner, so you can always kind of see what's going down like publicly. But we game almost every night, so you can kind of hit everybody up like, hey, what you doing? And you'll always have somebody to play with.
Yeah, because that's my thing is like I got a very close knit group of friends I play with.
Yeah.
And then, but if they're not going to be on, then like I'll tweet out like, hey, anyone down to do anything tonight? And then like everybody's like, "Oh no, I'm be in bed by that time." So I'm like, "Okay, cool. Guess I'm just not. Guess I'll just go to bed when I get home."
Yeah, I'll just kill myself.
Yeah, I'll jump
Yeah,
off a
for
cliff,
real.
you know, whatever.
I'll see myself out.
Yeah.
I feel that. Like at first, when we first started the group, we kind of like play with just like certain people, and then like we started expanding. Like there's times like I'll be on and I'm playing a game with like 2 or 3 random people, and like Josh will be on Apex playing with like this group of people. So like everybody's got somebody now. It's not just like me, Josh, and Jordan dropping in every night like we used to for like a year. You know, it's well balanced.
That's cool. Everybody love everybody. ELE.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
How it should be. But do you like? So how do people that are watching right now kind of connect with you? Like, what's the easiest way for them to get a hold of you? Like, if they want to get you on a podcast or they want to start doing content with you or gaming with you.
The easiest way, Twitter. I always respond to Twitter.
Okay.
May not be in the most timely manner, but within the day, always. I work, and sometimes I keep my shit on do not disturb, so I won't always see the notification until I get home. But sometimes I got downtime, I'll see it right away. Sometimes it'll be later on that night, but I always respond to Twitter at ThatGamingDad25. Instagram, if you follow me on there, I probably won't even notice it because I don't open Instagram. So Twitter, Twitter's the move.
Okay.
Is there anything you want to plug or anything you got going on, like project wise, or anything we need to know about?
Same things, man. I did start the podcast back up, so if anybody watching is a streamer or a content creator that wants to get your voice heard on any specific subject, hit me up on Twitter. We're getting that going. You can follow the YouTube channel for both the podcast, and if you want to learn a couple things about streaming, or if you want to watch one of my streams, that's gonna be ThatGamingDad25 also. They'll post the links down below. I'll send them the links to get that populated. And yeah, that's about it on my end. Nothing crazy going on, but I did tell you I'd get one of these going before the podcast ended.
Yes, sir.
I had really good success with this on my stream. I got like one nasty one out of like 7. So let me close my eyes, see which one of these we're getting. Where are we at?
What's that looking like?
Toasted marshmallow or stink bug. All right.
Okay.
I'm here for it. You have my attention.
So which one of these is that?
Let's hope.
Now, are you a dry heaver if it's nasty, or are you like a?
I just eat it.
Out.
I'm just like.
He said, I eat everything.
Right.
Okay.
So it's either gonna be toasted marshmallow or stink bug. Where's the marshmallow?
Okay.
All right. You got a dub. He didn't take no L's on this channel. Okay.
No L's.
Are you gonna go 2 for 2?
Appreciate y'all having me on for sure.
Yes. Yeah. Likewise. Yo, everybody, definitely check out his podcast. We were guests on there. We had a good time. We knew instantly, like, yo, he's got to get on ours. I'm sure you guys will see us over there some more, and I know for certain he's invited back.
Oh yeah, 100%. Whenever you guys want me, know, I'm here. You know what times I'm on. So whenever you guys want me, let me know.
Yes, sir. Yeah, definitely hit him up. Follow all his socials. Check out that podcast. If you're interested in being on this podcast, it's a comfortable, cozy space. Like, it's a good time. Like, I'm not trying to say like, oh, it's just gonna be, calm. It's a good time.
Yeah,
but
100%.
it's an extremely comfortable experience being on the other side.
Yes, sir.
And that episode will probably be out by the time this drops.
Mm-hmm.
So that link will probably be in. Also, if you want to go, I know you guys know them already, but if you want to learn a little bit more about them, also that link should be ready for you guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, definitely hit that up. Well, we appreciate everybody being here. Gaming Dad, thank you for being here. Josh, thanks for sharing this space, letting us be here. And we will catch you guys next time.
Deuces.
GG's.
Peace.